You ain't dead. That's always a good sign. Nothing like some heavy labor, huh? Kid, this is worth more than you know. But damn if you ain't earned it. Here. This is the best gun I ever had. A little slower on the trigger, but she makes up for it in power and accuracy. Use her in good health. Keep bringing in metal. I'll keep getting you gear.
We need those parts for the weapons.
Shh, Asher's got ears everywhere.
I'll chop those ears off soon.
Amen. The weapons are coming. Relax.
I'm so ready to do this.
We all are. Soon. It'll happen soon.
Not soon enough. You get those packages?
Taken care of.
Better not have screwed up. You got everything set?
Nothing to worry about.
All right. We're counting on you. That thing with the you-know-what?
Nothing to worry about.
Excellent. I got important news.
Okay, so what's up?
Werner's back.
Where'd you hear that?
From a trustworthy source. Medea confirmed it.
Great. I'll spread the word.
Careful who you tell. Asher's got spies everywhere.
I'm not an idiot.
I'm just saying. Look, after what happened last time.
I know. Don't worry, I'll be careful.
Good. We can't afford any more mistakes.
Try to get as many shots. Those assholes have memory.
Assuming we can.
I thought about it. I'm a slave to the diaphragm. It's just not right.
There is a window to jump through and
You again? This'll be your last fight, Scab. One more and I don't get to call you that anymore. You ready? You're going up against Gruber. He's one of the only slaves to win in the hole. There's only ever been, what, 3? I guess he got a taste for blood. But unfortunately for you, he's got a pretty decent gun. So odds are this is the last time you and I will be talking. Well, all right, that's what I like to hear. Get on in there.
Defeated in the hole, Gruber has yet to meet his match. A new slave rises from the gutter to join us. Look at her! She's earned
This is
it!
gonna be some good shit, I tell you.
Well now, aren't you quite the scrapper? Congratulations. You've done well. Asher wishes to see you. The guards will be told to allow you to pass.
Those Bear brothers never saw you coming, did they? And you killed the fuck out of Gruber. Guess you're one of us now. Good luck.
Woo! Saw you fighting in the hole. What a piece of work. Now I know why you ain't afraid of those drugs. No hard feelings, huh? Understood, champ? But if you want to keep collecting ingots, I still got plenty of gear stashed away. You bring me ingots, I'll make sure you get rewarded. Careful out there.
Have you seen Wild Bill around? Bill's a friend of mine, a very dear friend. We've worked the mill together for a long time. Last week, we were forced to choose someone to gather ingots from the steel yard. Bill volunteered. He didn't want anyone to have to die out there, but he's a survivor. He can't be dead. You look like you can handle yourself. Could you... Thank you so much. Just be careful out there. Any luck finding Wild Bill?
I don't want to. There has been enough pain. I don't want to do this.
Oh, okay.
Get those packages taken care of. Excellent. You got everything set?
You know me. I do good work.
Better not have screwed up. You got everything set?
Nothing to worry about.
Excellent. Oh.
Any luck finding Wild Bill?
Too late. You ruined it. Just say it now.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, no! That's horrible. Poor Bill. Bill, he was alive? Please stop. I can't hear any more of it. I don't feel so well.
She's in pain. She's in so much pain. And so are you.
I think I'm gonna faint. Please stop it.
No. Stop now.
I don't feel... I'm going to...
You build the weapons to arm the soldiers. Soldiers use weapons to keep you safe and bring back food. We depend on each other. Great deeds require great work. We are rebuilding a glorious city and restoring the world. We must all work for this greatness. From nothing I have brought you this settlement. From chaos the pit thrives. We all work to make it thrive further. Let no man call you slaves, nor any man call themselves your owners. We are all workers, whether it be in the mills, the alleys, or the war zones.
Scram.
What is genuine is proved in the fire. What is false we shall not miss in our ranks. Remember it well, my friends.
What's up?
A reminder. Work is rewarded. Sloth is punished.
Well, look at this.
Thrive in this hellish-
Assuming that what you need is to... Oh, good. I thought you wanted to say somewhere. Hey there. Need something to help soften your brain? It hurts my heart to see a sober customer.
Let the ruling classes of the wasteland tremble at our new industrial revolution. Work is what separates man from beast. It is how we change our world. It raises us above the trogs. Work is what makes us human. Work is rewarded. Sloth is punished. Such is the way we thrive in this hellish place.
Bingo! Bingo.
Let the ruling classes of the wasteland tremble at our new
Bingo.
industrial revolution.
Bingo! Bingo! Bingo!
Trouble, man.
What is
You don't
genuine is
want to
proved
know
in the
how I
fire.
got my name.
What is false we shall not miss in our ranks. Remember it well, my friends.
Well, now, a grinder made it out of the hole. That hasn't happened in a while. Well, I hope you have some money, newbie.
We all work to make it thrive further.
Don't you have something better to do?
What is genuine is proved in the fire. What is false we shall not miss in our ranks. Remember it well, my friends. From nothing I have brought you this settlement. From chaos the pit thrives. We all work to make it thrive further.
Looking for some fun?
We all work.
Looks like you don't
Some
mind
in the
getting your
alley
hands dirty,
defending
killer.
the city. Some in the wasteland raiding for our food. But we all...
Well, if it ain't the devil in person. Good to see another bastard. You look better than you know. What the fuck is
What are you looking at?
What the fuck are you smiling about?
the new skull. Congrats on the promotion. Speed it up, Twinkle Toes. There's work to be done. Bet you could tell a few stories.
What are you looking at?
Lord Asher wants a word with you. Good luck.
Keep walking, pal.
Guess we've got another soldier. Don't think you're so special, kid. You're not the first to climb your way out of the mud. That's a pissing match you don't want to start around here. We've got people from every blasted out crater on this coast. Don't mistake us for those drugged up idiot raiders out in the wild. They're an embarrassment to the profession. You just go out there and prove yourself to Asher. We'll all be watching.
Hey, if it ain't the champion of the hole. That was a hell of a show you put on down there. Good thing, too. Otherwise, I was gonna start shooting down there myself just to keep things interesting. That worked out well for all of us, didn't it? And don't worry, I'm sure I'll find some excuse to take a pot shot at you later, so we can all look forward to that.
We don't need another dirty worker up here. Just because Asher lets you in doesn't mean we have to like it. Watch your stepping up down, or you might just take a tumble. I already fought my way out of there once. There ain't no force in the pit that could make me go back there again. Not you, not Asher, not anything. Got it?
Oh, look! Another worker who thinks they can address their betters. I'm sure everyone's impressed that you killed a pig in the hole. But don't think that makes you an equal. It's the price I pay for perfection. And a fair price it is if it means I can avoid things like you.
You stole that.
Keep walking, pal.
You got something to say, or you just here to stare at the freak? Go take a swim in the river. You'll find out for yourself, asshole.
All clear around town, I hear. Hey, if it isn't the newest addition to our little family. You hit the jackpot now, whiz kid. You're in Asher's army. Now's when the hard work really starts. Fuck yes, we do. Those lazy workers get food and board, and all they have to do is work the mill and complain. But we're the ones who go out on raids to get that food. And we're the ones getting shot at for their lazy asses. So don't you get all weepy for those scabs downtown. They don't know how easy they got it. But I do what I can to keep us all standing upright. If you need to drop some rats, I'm here to help. Okay, watch yourself out there.